Welcome to Forever Florida. This is going to be an interesting adventure today. We are traveling to the Forever Florida Park, which is located about 15 miles east of St. Cloud, Florida, and about 7 miles south of 192. It's a 4,700 acre eco ranch and wildlife conservation area. And they have these zip lines, and they have some other adventures where you can go horseback riding, and they even have cattle roundups you can participate in. They call them rawhide adventures. And then they also have this converted, looks like a swamp buggy bus combination that they'll take you for rides on. The zip lines start out with these big tall towers, and they have, I think they said 10 of them located around. And you go out to the tallest one, which is 71 feet tall, and then you get on a zip line and travel down to 7 other towers. They actually go on 7 separate zip lines. And they actually have different packages you can buy. One is called a rattlesnake roller coaster. It is a zip line adventure in itself. Then they have one that's a panther jump, where you jump off this 68-foot tall tower. Why anybody want to do that, I don't know, but they get plenty of participants. There you can see the map where it's located, and it's not too far from Kissimmee and Orlando. So we start out with the road down Route 441. We're about 2-3 miles from the place right here, so I'm speeding it up a little bit and let you go along for the ride and see a little bit about what Central Florida kind of looks like. For anybody from up north, you're going to be disappointed that probably there aren't no mountains or high mountains of dirt somewhere, but as you can see, it is quite flat. And a lot of rural property. People don't realize that Florida is the 3rd largest cattle producing state in the United States. So there's a lot of ranch land down here, and this Forever Florida is close to the Deseret Ranch, which is 300,000 acres, 3rd largest ranch in the entire United States. So we're off the road now, and we're headed in the drive. I think this may be about 3/4 a mile long, driving back in onto the property. So you get to where their headquarters are. So we'll try and speed through here. I'm not sure. I think the buildings and stuff you see around here are part of the park management. And we get down around here around a corner, and we kind of pull up behind a minivan that's kind of slowing the road. And as this moves on, you'll see that they were gawking at a peacock that was alongside the road. And the peacocks tend to be a little stubborn, and they think they own everything and don't want to get out of your way. As we go by through the gate here across the cattle guard, that's what those bars are. There's the peacock on the right. And we'll follow this car on into the parking lot. Now when we get into the parking lot and get parked, we'll go inside the building, the main area, which where you buy your tickets, and they do recommend that you make reservations. We hadn't done that, but we were able to still get tickets to go do what we wanted to do, just not at the right time. We had to wait an hour. And there's a restaurant there. They serve nice sandwiches and drinks and that. And I'll show you just a little bit of the inside of it. Very pretty drive-in. A lot of pasture lands both sides. Occasionally you'll see some horses or some cattle. Typical Florida. A lot of palmettos, palm trees, jungle. Now we're getting in close to the area where I guess you would consider the headquarters are. For those that haven't been on ranches, those series of bars that are in the road, those are cattle guards. the cattle won't cross them because they can't tell. You know, it looks like they're going to step through holes or whatever, so they actually stay clear of it. So it allows you to drive back and forth through those roads without having to have gates that you have to get out and open and close all the time. And we're branching off here and soon to pull into the parking lot. See, they have horseback riding here, and they do tours, and they have swamp buggy tours, and quite a few different things that you can do. And it looked like this day they had some school kids there. There were several groups, some of them participating in the different adventure packages. Okay, now we're going to go inside the main building there, and I put my little homemade panning unit to work with my GoPro camera, my Hero 4, and I learned a lesson out of this. There was a display case kind of right near the counter, and there we're all gathered up trying to buy our tickets to get in, but the display case, as you see the camera go around, man, it was packed full of cobwebs and everything. I guess they'd never cleaned it. But I had never thought about that, set my camera up there, so I got some ugly photos here, or video. And this kind of gives you the idea what the inside of the place looks like. Here you can see all the cobwebs down there in the bottom part of the photo, or the video. And at one of the doors where you come in at. Now kind of straight ahead is the kitchen area, and then we swing around into where all the dining area is. Well, we had gotten there about 10:30, quarter to 11, and wanted to go on an 11 o'clock tour, but oh no, you were supposed to make reservations, and they had booked solid. But actually it turned out okay because we did get the tour, the package we wanted to. So, but we had to wait around for an hour, which was fine, so we was able to get some snacks and set at the tables. Now at the end of the counter, they got scales, they weigh everybody, make sure you weigh enough and that you're not overweight. And then where everybody's standing right straight ahead, they have waivers that for the younger kids they have to sign. Now here we're sitting down, we ordered a sample platter of onion rings and quesadillas and fried cheese and I don't know what all they had there. But it turned out pretty good. It's a nice area, and like I said, the sandwiches are you know, kind of homemade, so they were pretty good. And not, you know, frozen, thawed out, packaged stuff.
It was so hilarious. I wish we were recording it.
Everybody, you know, had to act goofy and make.
Yeah, but it was funny because one of our friends.
Unfortunately, the little panning unit is made out of an old music box, and the motor is a wind-up motor, and tends to make just a little kind of a buzzing sound. So I knocked the audio down on it, and I'm working on another method to come up with an electronic one that'll be a lot quieter, and you'll be able to run this and pick up conversations at tables at the same time. So now we'll head outside and we'll get on this little bus-looking swamp buggy, and they said it was about a 15-minute drive back into the property to where the other pavilions and the towers and all the zipline adventures are. So with that, I'll just let you enjoy the scenery driving in. I sped it up a little bit, and you'll see a little bit of Florida real estate here. I think down along in here somewhere the driver slowed down to stop and pointed out a small alligator laying on the bank across that little drainage ditch there along the left side part of the left side of the road. We do get in here to an area where he can't quite make the turn. He has to stop and back up a little bit and then make another pass and get around the corner. And as soon as he does off the left, you'll kind of see it's a fenced-in area, but it's mostly dirt. And one of the guys that was riding with us told us that they trap hogs out here, and then they put them in this little penned-in area. And he says they don't harm any of the animals. They're all green and eco-friendly, but I imagine what they do is sell them to somebody else that hurts them into breakfast sausage and pork chops. That's the favorite thing to do down here. And unfortunately, Florida, like Texas, is overrun with wild hogs, and they do a considerable amount of damage to the pastures. So the farmers, the ranchers, they just despise them. And yeah, right straight ahead you can see that fenced-in area, and it's not just barbed wire fencing. They actually have to put up strong hog panels fencing around there to keep the hogs in there. And you can see it's just bare dirt. But they can do what you see right there to acres and acres of pasture land. You would think that the rancher had heavy equipment tractors in plowing all the pastures, but it's really the hogs rooting it up with their nose. There's some of the horses and the pastures off there to the left. And one of the guides has to get out and open the gate for us. This is one place I guess they haven't put in cattle guards. This is probably about a 2 or 3 mile ride back in on the property. Like I said, it's 4,700 acres. You don't realize how big that is until you start riding around on it. Okay, we pull up here and stop, and then we get down and walk, and we follow the guy with the blue shirt and walk on into the pavilion. Now we're in here, and that's our boys, and they're getting all suited up in their harnesses. And then we have worried mamas over here taking photos. I guess maybe they're thinking they need to do a before and after photo. So now I brought my GoPro, and my son took his with my friend's father rented one. You can rent the GoPros there. And because we're not riding the zip line, but because we're going out in that area, everybody's required to wear a helmet. So we were looking cute and all dressed up in our helmets. And there's the rented helmet with GoPro on the left, and my GoPro, and they got the helmets with the mounts already on them, so I just took my buckle mount and just snapped it in there, and we were good to go. What they do is they rent you the GoPro, I think it's for $22, and then when you get all back, they give you the memory card out of it. There's the tower that they start out at.
And it keeps going.
I think that's when it says 71 feet tall, and it is tall.
Up and up.
Now we didn't go up on the tower, so all my video recording was down on the ground. Now here is my GoPro Hero 4, which I had it set in 4K high definition. And what I'll do, I was able to video from the ground, take off from this first tower. So you'll see the helmet cam video, and then I'll slip in a video from my new Sony FDR AX100. New camera I just bought here a couple weeks ago. And it's taking 4K high definition video also. But I'm down on the ground looking up, which was kind of worrisome because of the bright sky background. So it was hard to get decent exposure on the guys coming down the cable. It's an interesting setup. You notice they got twin cables that you ride on. So it's pretty safe. In case one broke, you still got another one you're hanging on. And you notice that they got a lanyard off the back of the harness, and when the guide catches you onto the platform, the first thing she does takes that and connects it to another lanyard which is secured before she disconnects the two sliding lanyards off the zip line itself. So you're always tethered. You want to make sure nobody's going to fall off one of those towers. And there's the other half of our duel. He just got a little short. The first thing she does, she buckles him up to the strap, and she comes around and takes it off. Now here he's, this is video now from the rented GoPro camera, and I never gave it a thought, and I should have, because I had a microfiber cloth with me to go clean that case for that GoPro and then check the lens, because looking at this, it looks like somebody had handprints all over the front of it, and so it looks slightly hazy or blurred, so it was obviously a dirty camera case, unfortunately. So with that, I'll let you watch the rest of these shenanigans and listen to all the screaming and hollering, and we'll be back later in the video. Well, here's we stayed behind where the tower they left from, and the other group was right next to us. They were jumping off this panther jump, and this is what is going on there. This is a different group, but it was right next to where we were starting. They're there jumping off. The poor lady probably had a heart attack, I think. They actually had one gal that got up there, and I think it took her 10 minutes to jump off. She was the last one to go, and we were thinking that she was going to try and climb back down. But finally, everybody was hollering, and finally she let go and got off.
How old are you guys, like 14?
16.
We're exactly a week apart. Oh, I didn't? I didn't say how old are you guys.
Yes, you said.
No.
They have two guides that travel with the group. They got the guy here, and you'll see the gal on the other tower when they get to the other end. one of them goes off first, then all the group all go individually, and then the guide goes last. So there's always somebody at the opposite end to catch you, and always somebody behind to make sure nobody's left behind or afraid and get stuck there.
I don't know.
You don't know how to drive? Sit down. Way!
Oh, see.
Way! Turn around. Face me.
Alright, man, you going?
That's it.
Got your GoPro on, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Guide, better move.
Alright.
We've had people out there, right? Hey! Alright, man, have fun.
Alright.
And you notice that the guides, they communicate back and forth to each other. Nobody leaves one platform until the individual has arrived at the furthest one and is safely secured off. Then they'll holler and let the next one come down. This very safe operation. I was quite impressed with how they handle things.
I could do that. I could do that. I'd do that right now, actually. Down there. Oh, feed.
You see the guys looking over the side. Yeah, man, it's a long ways down.
I was looking for 1,000 pythons down there. Oh, it is. It's okay. I got a lot of good footage of you.
You might see guys checking their cameras. One thing I had told them to keep an eye on each other and make sure that the camera was operating. I wasn't sure how long. They said it was going to be a couple hours. I was afraid of the battery going dead before they finished. But I told them, well, if they get to the platform and they're waiting and standing around, reach up and turn the recording off on the camera. So that's where you might see them checking each other. You might see a hand up there. They were mindful of keeping that camera operating through the whole tour.
Alright, turn around. Excellent, nice and tall. Way! Step down. Get water if you need water. Way!
Now this one here, they send them all off backwards. I guess to give them a little bit different perspective of things. Anytime you see water like that pond ahead of you, Most likely there's a gator close by.
We caught one out here.
They said somebody has actually seen a Florida panther on the property, and there has been recording of seeing a few black bears around. And of course you'll have white-tailed deer and coyotes, raccoons, and everything else that you can imagine be down here, and snakes, of course. In fact, we actually walking in. One of the guys pointed out there was a black racer right alongside the road, actually up to the edge of the road with his head stuck up looking at everybody walking by. So a few people kind of freaked out, but it don't bother you.
Let's go.
No. Ready, zip! Alright.
Bye, y'all.
Woo!
Go. Hey Thomas, wall boiler be climbing out here? Yes sir. Yeah. I actually have the contract to get them out. Sit down for me. I mean, we're a state recognized privately owned conservation, but we're a working ranch and they are a nuisance. Yep. Right over here for me. This side.
There you can see a good view of how they're tethered off, and she disconnects and hooks that on the back, and then when he gets to the next tower, that's the first thing they grab a hold of and connect it to another secured cable before they disconnect the rolling sliders on the cable.
Alright. Thank you. My hero.
Zipline been going with the straps outside. Zipline! You're good. Alrighty. Ready, zip! Zipping! There you go. Woo!
So bad. Woo!
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is.
So then it went from like a spin around for me. Went from like a jealousy to like you calling me fat type ordeal.
Oh Lord.
And then it was just a mess. I'm
So
like,
it turned
guys,
into nightmare.
scoot up for me. I'm like, guys, you know, we're just zipping, trying to have fun. Don't worry about it. Scoot up for me.
No!
That's wild.
Do it!
No! I could see it.
Right over here for me.
You're banging your head.
Oh, I am.
I guess.
Can I go?
Oh, do you have your GoPro on? You don't have your GoPro on!
Come on, get a cool pose. Did you turn on the camera?
I'm just gonna film this whole thing starting now.
That's what I did. Did she forget to turn it on again?
No, she turned it on.
Oh, okay.
I turned it on. You can beat that, right? Yeah, I can do that one. Yeah, the Victoria's Secret, do some yoga. I don't know.
This is the longest section of the zip line, and then there's one little shorter section after this. It takes them right back to right next to the tower where they initially left from.
Zipline! Alright, you're good.
Let's just see who can do a better too.
Oh, I'm not gonna do too. I'm gonna do like Victoria's Secret, pretend to be dead. Maybe give him birth.
Witness protection, probably.
Aw, come on.
Do Superman.
Make it something fun.
Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. Alright, looks like nobody's making it. This ain't good. Ain't good at all.
Having to drag them all in.
Alright. Poor Thomas. Alright, you're good to go. Okay.
Hold up.
What happened? You good? Okay.
Come on, go. Come on, man, do something. It was not. Yes, sir.
You staying here tonight or?
Yeah, we'll be here until Sunday. Boys got to wrestle on Saturday and Sunday. A little longer ride.
Is he wrestling Harmony in St. Cloud?
No, we're going state for folk style.
Oh, sweet. Alright,
think we're
you're
good.
good to go. Good luck.
There's a butterfly.
Alright, what pose are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You gonna do the birth canal?
No.
Come on.
Victoria's Secret.
You're good.
He's doing partly birth for now.
This is honest.
Oh, mine's still recording, right?
Good to go.
Yours is too, yeah.
Hopefully the battery's
Oh yeah.
We were quite fortunate with the weather today. I had checked the forecast,
So we're looking
and
at
at
about
2
what,
o'clock
10,
it was
12
supposed to be
seconds of one time?
like
Probably, yeah.
60 to 80% chance of rain, but you can see it's quite sunny, and it was a real pleasant day. Later in the day we got just a few slight sprinkles, but I think the severe thunderstorm kind of passed around us, so it was quite lucky, quite fortunate.
Right. What pose are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try as many as I can, if
That's
possible.
what I like to hear. You gotta work it. And... You're good.
Work it!
see that everybody's doing all their posing for the cameras. There's the guy taking pictures, and I'm down there at the bottom of that tower catching coming into the landing. The photos that the staff takes, they put it on a thumb drive and give it to you. I think it's $33. But there were like 135 photos they took, and I have them posted here at the end of all the videos. I just took out the ones that were had people in our particular party that were in it. I didn't post them all. But we'll go through those after all the videos over with.
You ain't doing any pose.
Alright, better pose.
It may seem like I'm backtracking a little bit, but I was trying to get all the video from both the GoPro cameras and also from my camera, kind of one after another, so it looks like we're backtracking a little bit, but we're not.
Let's just see who can do a better T-bow.
I'm not gonna do T-bow. I'm gonna do like Victoria's Secret. Pretend to be dead.
There you go. Go.
Let's get a bird.
I'm gonna see if I can pull it off.
You still gonna make yourself something fun. State for folk stuff. Alright, good luck.
If she's honest.
Alright, mine's still recording, right?
Hopefully the battery's not dying on the way down. So we're looking at about what, 10, 12 seconds of runtime? Plenty of time. I think I'll give my best Tebow impression. Let's see what it says. Good to go? Alright. Alright, so let's try one lead. I missed it, too. You're kidding me. Alright, turn around.
Alright, better pose.
Pose now.
Face him.
Face him. Oh, no. Okay. You know what? I'm doing it now.
Oh yeah, you're gonna
You can drop me from right now. Hopefully I won't die from that.
Alright, Cole. You guy's a Patriots fan, bro. Yeah, figures.
Yeah.
Sounds like a special effect. Oh yeah.
Okay, now that we've got both boys down that stretch, I'll go back and I'm going to replay that from my camera that I was recording of them coming down the line as I was standing down on the ground. And that would be with my Sony AX100, and that was being recording in 4K high definition, so you'll see a big difference in the video. Oh, that's got to be Hayden showing off.
Oh no, we love each other. That's
Yeah.
Good for him. He's going on style. That was good. That was good. Alright, better pose. I don't think any group is larger than 4, which is good. Do me a favor, just see your phone, like, oh, I love my camera. And do a crazy pose and hey dude, some of those motors look rough.
I know. Looks like it's gonna break, man.
Guys, just so you know, if you got any photos of me, my lawyer will be contacting you. Yeah. Game up! Alright, I
Alright guys, right in the middle of the sign, get close together, act like you like each other. A little bit over this way, a little bit, there we go. Ready, 3, 2, 1. Perfect.
They're hooked together.
That's probably the way we all leave them.
Yeah.
Alright guys, nice together, 3, 2, 1.
It's not the photographer gets your photos taken in your groups. I don't think any group here is on forward. Good. Do me a favor, do a serious photo like, oh, I love my family, and do a crazy photo like I'm choking them out. Okay. Alright, brother. Choke it.
Alright. Oh boy. Okay, look at you go. Alright.
And there we are, standing down there on the ground, all taking pictures of them. All the mamas and papas.
Friends?
Yeah.
Which one is the cooler one?
Debatable.
Oh, he's my hand. That's terrible. He's like debatable. He
Debatable,
didn't want to say it.
debatable,
You're gonna be like,
debatable.
"Yeah, me." Oh man, I was trying to get a break. Hey, listen, check this out. How long have you guys been married?
Are we still on?
Is it on or not?
Oh yeah, you're on. But am I still on?
Yeah.
Got one more needle line.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That's what I said when I first met this group.
oh my god, that is so fun.
I was like, I can't believe it's like these guys.
I like this. Okay.
You guys are alright. Not the greatest group, but you're alright. Some of you are like really cool though. Cooler than others. Alright guys, when you step up here, this box is a little bit taller. So I'm saying is don't trip and fall in the last zip. It looks really bad. If we're gonna drop you, it should have been further back where nobody will see.
Yeah. Taking a picture on this one also?
Yep, you're taking pictures on this one, guys. So all you gotta do is do me a favor. Bust out a good pose, make us look good.
Again?
Smack the
Oh,
butt.
Do what?
Smack.
Do you want?
Oh.
Guys, check this out. If you come across, you bust out a Victoria's Secret, and your head hits that tree to the left, your Victoria's no longer a secret, and she's gonna be bust wide open. Alright? Definitely not model material once you get over there. So try to avoid that.
Can I spin?
Oh man, I thought we were cool. Alright. No problem. I'll make sure I wipe your cheek down with that
Is it? No.
We gotta go back up the stairs.
Again.
Good?
That down for me. The way! Right down there for me. Yeah, you guys need to go to the beach, get a tan.
Yeah.
Guys, check this out. You come across the bus of Victoria's Secret, your head hits that tree to the left, your Victoria's no longer a secret, it's gonna be bust wide open. Alright, definitely not model material. Try to avoid that. say? Is this Tom's handwriting?
No, he actually doesn't say Tom.
Whoa! Yeah, the guy needs to go to the beach to get a tan. He's like, get underneath that
Okay, we're pretty much finishing up with all our video here. I got one more little short
You like that one, Pa?
group video of all everybody who's in our particular group, and then we'll go through all of the photographs, and then we're going to head out to a well-deserved evening dinner out in St. Cloud. Okay, we're all through with our zip lining for the day, and we decided to come into St. Cloud, Florida, and we're visiting Krabby Bill's restaurant on the shore of Lake Toho. And you can see you get alligator bites. We did the killer conch critters, which I wasn't too crazy about, but if you like snail. But that's this is the kind of overview of the menu they have, what they serve, and a couple of us got their seafood platter, which had a little bit of everything in it. It's a nice restaurant right next to a marina and a little park and a boat ramp area.
No lemon. Oh, you get
Got another no lemon.
fries
And then I'll come around to him.
with sandwiches. You get
With lemon?
and you get fries.
It's not mine, sorry.
Tea with lemon. Sweet with lemon. Diet.
Diet Pepsi?
Yes.
Diet, okay, same here.
Well, if you watch this video for this long, then I have to give you credit for bearing with us and spending a day with us. I hope you enjoyed it, found it interesting. Maybe something you'd like to try sometime. I would recommend it, just not for myself. So with that, thanks for watching, and give me a thumbs up on YouTube, subscribe, give me a like. That all helps in my viewers and how many I get in that. So hope to see you in my next video.